I welcome him here today.
If you could be seated just for a moment. Like all of you, I was shocked by the news of Father Mike Byron's passing. And it's one of those great mysteries in God's plan, how someone with such gifts, somebody with such life, would be called home at such a young age. I can only imagine that your hearts are very low this day, as you've lost a beloved pastor and father. I always love coming to Pax Christi because your music is so wonderful. And today, as I listened even to the words of the hymn at communion time that speaks of the Lord being close to the brokenhearted. So we know that the Lord is here this day, that he's close to all of you who are mourning the passing of such a fine priest. You know, I only had really one moment where I ever had to be a little bit strong with Father Mike. You're going to be surprised by that, right? And it was when I wanted him to come here. Because he certainly recognized what a wonderful parish Pax Christi is. But he had such great love for the people at St. Pascal's and was so worried about that parish, where very much on the east side of St. Paul, where it was already reaching out to people on the peripheries, and the work that they were doing in the school, he was really hesitant about leaving that community. So I was so grateful when he said yes to coming here, and I know how delighted he was once he got here to have that opportunity to grow with you in faith. And it speaks to that bond that the people of a parish form with their pastor. It's very much like a family. So I can only imagine the feelings that you have in your heart this day. Know that they're shared by me and by the priests of the diocese as well, who all of us are brokenhearted as well. Certainly we'll be looking to be able to find you another shepherd. We're so grateful to Father Steve for his work here and being with you this day most particularly. But it'll be a little bit of a long process, so please be patient as we look for just the right pastor for Pax Christi to be able to step into those very big shoes. I hope that you'll keep that in your prayers. So certainly pray for each other at this difficult time. Pray in a very special way for Father Mike's family as well, and those people who have loved him for decades. And pray that we might be able to find a good shepherd for this fine parish so it can continue that great work. I couldn't help but think about how good our God is, that you would have these beautiful young people here to make their first communion, right? That begins that process of growing even closer to the Lord through the sacraments. It's a reminder of that cycle of life. So we give thanks, congratulations to those who just made your first communion, and to your families. And just be assured of our prayers, most especially my prayers, for you as you grow closer and closer to the Lord. I spoke with Father Mike's sister yesterday, and she mentioned that they're in the process of putting together the plans for the funeral. So I hope that I'll be able to see you when we come back at that point, or wherever the funeral might be, that we might be able to gather together and celebrate a life well lived, a very priestly life, a life in service, a life of washing feet. Thank you.